So, what I'm going to do, just to be ready. Right. So let's start off with a mute protocol. See you later, dude. And well, good first game, shit second game. Doctor's Curse. Not a bad pistol. See you later. And there's my shotgun to go with it.
George of the jungle, strong as he can
A
be.
purple. Oh, that's Tubby's DMR. And Maverick's DMR. I don't mind it. A purple. Okay. That might end up going on for Dokkaebi. A Valk headgear, but let's be honest, there's no point changing from the Paragon. A thing for smoke. And a attachment skin. What about from Freeze Throw? Do we get anything nice from here? Not bad for Sledge. Press wrong button. Ooh, super shorty. Oh no, it's not for super shorty, it's for shotgun. Okay. That's a Aurora skin. Competitive pack. A lucky drill. Now, time to get started on the 155 alpha packs. And of course, come on, give us something decent. So you give me a green. I want something decent. What the fuck is this? Really? What the? Oh, finally, something that could be. Oh my god. Of course it's a dupe. And another dupe. How much renown am I going to have back right at the end of this? What the fuck is that? I have no words for that. Ooh, legendary. I think Jaeger's got a big enough hitbox for his head as it is. Nope, that's trash. Fair play. That is pretty damn clean. That can go on until I get black eyes for it. That is nice. Yeah. What is that? And it's a duplicate. No, it weren't going to replace his elite skin anyway. Just what I always wanted on my Gon 6. Some flowers. And another dupe. And that's Valk's shotgun. Another legendary. Just what Nock needed. I almost said something mean then. What did they do to your head, Oryx? Did you stay out in the sun too long and get a bit of sunburn just on the forehead? On Oryx, it might be more of a 6 head. One of the plainest skins you'll ever see. How have I not got that already? Okay. That one for Capcom's SMG, I'm guessing you liked. I'm gonna say, I'm pretty sure I just got that castle skin, but it must have been a different one. Nope. Alrighty. Yeah, a cheapie for someone I don't use. You know what? That doesn't actually look terrible. We get it. Kaid's an old man now. What is that glass skin? How is that a purple? And Maru looks absolutely haggard there. What's going on with Pulse's face there? Like, I don't know if it's the lighting, but like when it gets to certain angles, it looks really weird. Like his face goes longer. Really, I don't have that for the ARG. Well, not like it would ever get used. I've got black ice on it. Yeah, I do not want my Nomad looking like a giant cheese string. See, that's not bad for glass. For high stakes stuff, I don't mind. Just what I always wanted. Looks quite nice on IQ as well. No, I've seen worse, that's for sure. I'm guessing you talk about the pistol. Thank God that's a dupe. Yeah, you ain't replacing his giant snail look. I knew that was going to be a dupe. Really, I don't have that one for Pulse. What did they do to Fenrir? They just put a little bit of face paint over his nose and eyes, and that was it. It, it looks like a butterfly. Oh, it goes slightly down past his chin, like to his chin, down his the inside, middle of the lip. What the fuck? All right. Yeah, that is something I definitely don't want. I don't want spores. I'm sure I got that earlier. What is that? Ooh. Oh, and of course it's a dupe. I actually get a black ice and it's a dupe. I've seen worse for Blackbeard. Yes. I've had that twice now. A four-leaf clover. Bring me some luck. Yeah, I wouldn't really call that luck. Oh, look. I got that again. Okay, I had that earlier, but for Thermite. America. Ooh. Okay. I like it. If I can, yeah. If I can get the like complete set to it, then I'll put it on him. Stop giving me greens. I said stop. Come on. There we go. More America. And back to the greens. You might need to refresh. See, that looks alright, but it's not going to replace what I actually have on knock. What is that for thinker? It just makes me think of Doctor Who. Yeah, that one. Alright. What in whole... That looks like you just let a toddler throw paint around the room, and it's all just gone over his armor. Ooh. I'll take that. The Pulsing Castle. You can have that one instead if you want. Crimson Heights and it's pink. That makes sense, game. More America. That's one I got earlier as well. Alright, so we're like halfway, well, a little over halfway through. Okay. Not exactly what I was expecting to get, but something, I guess. Purple, and I think, yeah, I thought I had that. Why are they throwing paint all over his head? Of course, it's another dupe. Yeah, there's so many better skins out there, game. That's for a super shorty. It's not the worst I've seen. I don't think I've had much for Tubby. Yeah, that ain't going on. That's for damn sure. Yeah, and I really don't want spores. It just makes me feel like I'm going to catch something. But of all things you could give me for Buck, you couldn't have given me his like matching chest and like armor and everything. No, you gave me some slate grey face paint. Purple and a duplicate. Legendary! And it's a duplicate. This game is mocking me. What? Yeah. Yeah, just what I wanted for Ash. A cap that matches her hair colour. Legendary. And that's a downgrade over what I got through it earlier. Don't get me wrong, it's not terrible, but what I got earlier was so much better. So much cleaner. Yeah. Terrible Valk skin. Yeah, I really don't want any of my operators to look like a cheese string. See, that's quite nice. I've definitely seen worse. Yeah, that ain't going on mute. And that's definitely not going on Oryx. Viper just randomly painted lines across his face. Yeah. Of course, that purple was a dupe. Another gridlock skin. Aye. I've had that 3 times now. That 70s tactical.
Drink! Drink! Drink!
I'll hydrate Looney.
George
Oh,
of the jungle,
that drink's
strong as
empty.
he can be. Watch out for that tree!
I've already told... I don't want shrooms as well as I don't want spores. Will you do one with all these greens? A purple. And what in holy hell is that? Another purple. And we're back to America. Aye. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not having Val look like she's been through a paintball factory. How dare you insult Valk like that? Purple. And I don't actually have it. Another black ice. I will take that. I don't really use Blackbeard anymore, but I ain't complaining. I had his DMR, but now I've got both. Ooh. And that's Maverick's AR. Back-to-back blast ices. Not often you see that. Nope, blue. Now it's green. And it's Flores with a random paint all over his hat. Back to purple. And something that'll never go on Hibana. Paint all over smoke. Another Ella headgear. I don't want acid rain either. It sounds like it'll burn. I don't want the Gridlock skins. I play Gridlock at half the time as it is. So you give me another Gridlock skin, but this time for the F2. Game is just mocking me. And more acid rain. What are these skins you're giving me, game? Are we going to get any more purples before the end? 5 more alpha packs. Another cheese string skin. Whatever that is. See, that doesn't look awful on Callie, but still. Purple. That's kind of disturbing. And one more purple. America. So I've got a thing for opening alpha packs. Let's go with the Bravo packs. And we start off with a legendary. And that I like. Then we get a blue. More mirror. Purple. It looks like you just dipped the gun in glitter. No, thank you. Now you've literally just dipped Oryx in glitter. See, that I don't mind. Another purple. It's a bit plain Jane. Another purple. I'm a pass on that, thanks. Another purple. I will take it. Another black ice. So that's 4 new black ices. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. I weren't paying attention to who it was for. Why are you dipping Capcan shotgun in glitter? Another purple. That's another thing for Nook. This is a lot of purples in a row. Not something that I don't think Amaru needs to look like a lumberjack. And then we get a blue. That's quite cute. Just a panda eating its bamboo. Legendary. That looks quite nice. I don't think I have the black eyes for it, so it can get equipped. But I do like that. Then we get a blue, of course, and that's very plain Jane. Back to the purple. That's for the attachments. Seamless. I'm not over keen on that. Yeah. I don't know what it is about that. I just don't like it. It makes me think it looks cartoonish. You know, like one of the old Nuketown sort of thing. I'm not keen on that either. It's not contrasted well between the red and white. They needed something else to break it up. The yellow just doesn't do it. Alright, so a charm for Nock. And what's last? Really, a green. Let's see what I get out of the Delta packs and see if I can get the one in 100,000 or something. I think yeah, 1 in 100,000 skin. No, we start off with a purple, and that's a duplicate. Another purple. Yeah, that ain't going on Warden. That's not bad. That isn't bad. I don't think I have a black eye, so it can go on for now. I'll double check it after. So you're blue, so it's not going to go on, and it's not as good as this. Oh, that's just a universal skin. Yeah, that's not going on anything. Oh, a Frostmat charm, and it's a duplicate. And that's a duplicate. Legendary. That I like. I think I have a matching headgear for that. I'm not 100% sure though. I'll check that after. Another legendary. The matching gun. That is not what I wanted from a purple, even with it being a duplicate. And that's another duplicate. I will take it. It's not the pistol I wanted in Black Ice, but I will take it. That just makes it so I might have to play Cav a little bit more. And I've just realised I might not be able to upload this to YouTube now. Because you and Looney have used sound alerts that have copyrighted things on. I'll try, but it might not let me. Legendary. Ooh. Uses shield in Black Ice. I shall equip that. Purple. What is that headgear? And I've literally just got that. I got that in the Bravo packs. Legendary. I've seen worse. Not something I'd use, but I've seen worse. I've not long since got that either. Yeah, no thank you. That's not bad, but I've already got it. And I've already got it. And I've already got it. Come on, give me something new. I know I said give me something new, but that's taking the cake. Yeah, that ain't going on Ash. How is that a purple? Like, how? Yeah. And that's just plain. What is it? Just a bit of pattern on his yeah, it's literally just a bit of pattern on his headphones. Right. Yeah. And how much I might actually have no. So I almost got to another like I went I was ended up like 3 levels away from getting another pack on the battle pass just through the Delta packs. So 1, 2, 3 new black ices from what it's showing in the last 50. Right, let's go through appearances. That's one of them I got for Ace, but let's be honest, the Viking look looks better. I mean, the freeze for all one doesn't look bad on him, but Viking look just looks so good on him. I've not had another of Rooney, surprisingly. I got 2 for Ash that just won't be used for headgears anyway. I got that for Blackbeard, which isn't terrible, but let's be honest, keep him looking like a pirate. What else? Ella, that for Fenrir for some reason. That for IQ. That's for Jackal. That's for Jaeger, but I prefer his cowboy hat. Oh, I have a matching cheese drink hat and body for Maestro. And they're definitely not replacing the giant blue snail for Monty. I know I won't really use him, but it just looks better on him. I got the bag for Knock. That skin I got so many times for him. Yeah. Yeah, I've not had much for Tubby. Same with Ying and Zero. Let's go through like armor. I thought I had that equipped. Why is that equipped? I don't recall equipping that, but okay. No, that's going on. No, you can have the high stakes on. You know, that kind of goes with his headgear, so I'm going to put that on him. Um, from what I'm seeing, I'm not really got much of interest with the like chess pieces and everything. I mean, for everyone else. Did I even get anything? Oh, I didn't get anything new for Tubby, no. I think I got a new one of these somewhere, but weren't a good one. Yeah, it was that one for smoke. Right, let's start with the weapon skins, and we'll. There was a new universal, I'm pretty sure. So that's the one I got the second time from the Jaeger. That one I already had, and that's when I got the first one. So that one was a purple, the other one was a legendary. The purple looks better. Yeah, that's staying on that for the time being. Yeah, so that's the only skin I have for that gun for Nomad and Deimos, and it's pretty clean. I got the black ice for that one already. That's the AUG I had the black ice for, and that's the skin I got for it earlier. That's with a battle pass. So Commando 9, I already had. Have I really not got? You know what? That can go on it. That doesn't look too bad. VF2. Yeah, that's staying on them. That's definitely going on them. Because that is clean. I must have already had that and not realised. So that one was new. The one for Maverick and thingy. That's the one for Blackbeard that I didn't have. So with the Parrot, I don't have a decent skin for it yet, so I'm not putting one on it. What have I got on it currently? Yeah, I'd say that's better than Leon's. What did I get SMG wise? What's on there already? That's what's on it. I don't know whether or not to put a fish tank on it or not. I'll just keep it as is. No, I'm going to keep it as is for the time being. That one's not being changed because it looks like a mini guitar. It looks cool as fuck. That one's not being changed because, like, just look at that. Literally got a dragon going down the side of it. That can go on there for now. I thought we had I had the black eyes for that, but it's this one I've got the black eyes for. That's the only skin I have for that one currently. That one's not being changed anytime soon, even if I get black ice. That one's definitely not being changed. That one's staying on there. That's one I just got. That's for Castle and Pulse. That can go on there. Shotgun wise. Yeah, that can stay on there. Yeah, it's not as good as having black ice on it. I actually forgot I had black ice for Capcan shotgun. That's a shotgun for Valk, which that's part of the Paragon bundle. So I doubt I'll be changing that out, even if I get black ice. That one I got earlier. How is that a legendary for a super shorty? Like, come on. You can do better than that, Yubi. I ain't got anything better, so I can just go on there for the time being. See, that is quite nice. But then I've got that. Let's see what I got DMR wise. Something that's not replacing that. You know, that can go on there for the time being until I get either a waffle gun or black ice. Yeah, that's one I've just put on it. No, I didn't get his black ice. Yeah, I just got that skin for his DMR, him and Mavericks, the Gabby piece from the Doctor's Curse pack. No. That's for Glazes. But it looks a bit mess, so it's not going on. Blackbeard I already had. Machine pistol, I already had that. Get anything good there. So that's what I've currently got on Ducks. You know what, I prefer that to the other one that I got. I didn't get anything new for that. Handguns. What's some? Yeah, that's not been changed. Oh, that can go on there. That's for Paragon bundle for Valk, for the Deagle. Can't deny it's clean as fuck. I already had that Black Ice. That's Leon's revolver. Both of them are shite. Yeah, right. So that's the Black Ice I got earlier, I think. The P9. So the P9 on Lion, I'll put it on. Just for one. Yeah, it was Cavs. So I might have already had the P9, unless I got the P9 as well, and I just don't remember. But either way, I need to put that one, the Leon skin on Lion specifically, for his pistol. But yeah. And then for the hand cannon, which is just the thingy. You know what? I'll throw Leon's on for it because the others are all a bit meh. It has like one round that does like an explosive shot, so you can use it to like get rid of a castle or utility. Attachment skins. I know I got a new one for that. And I got a couple new charms. Like that one for Knock. Is that all of them? Nope. I must have gone past it without seeing it. Uh, I'm missing something still, I think. Oh, nope. The controllers died on me. What have I actually got equipped on Lion? Who's rolled out? Yeah, that goes best with it. Or do I go with his revolver? Or revolver, I can't suppress it. I wouldn't mind getting that in Black Ice. But this is where I'm going to read out. It seems she's still going. I'm just going to raid over to Cutie. Because I don't think I have anyone else on of interest. Because Cutie has now been on for 18 hours. Yeah. I reckon I could if we had like a full 5 stack and we didn't have any randoms to worry about.